The report targets the state's wealthiest companies and their CEOs. Joining me is David Lagstein. He's with the Alliance of Californians for Community Empowerment. Thanks for being here, David.
Thanks for having me on.
So who made this list and why?
This was a list that was put together to shine a light on the top % of Californians and the corporations that are stopping the economic recovery through their business practice and their lobbying efforts.
So now these were a list of companies, and then you also had their CEO. And so some of the companies that made this list, I know Walmart, Bank of America.
What we wanted to do is we wanted to look at CEOs of companies that didn't pay their fair share of taxes, such as Walmart. We wanted to look at banks that threw millions of people out of their homes, like Bank of America and like Wells Fargo, and companies that basically tried to block through their lobbying efforts sensible consumer protections, such as Chevron.
But I think what was interesting, what caught my eye about this list is that you had these companies, these corporations, but then you had their CEOs, and you also mentioned how much their house was worth and where they live. So do you want to identify people, CEOs, in terms of these companies, or are you going after the companies themselves?
It's both. The CEOs have a responsibility to the community, and I think that they tend to be shielded from the decisions that they're making and the impact that those decisions have on their communities. And we wanted to shine a light on these CEOs in the hope that it will help them to change their mind, that they're going to do something to support an agenda that's going to get the economy moving again.
Now, we know some of these corporations, and it has been reported in the past by national media as well, don't pay federal income tax.
Absolutely.
But is that really a product of our legislation? I mean, should you be going after government who ultimately can close these loopholes, or do you go after the corporations themselves?
It's absolutely both. I mean, the corporations, they have an army of lobbyists going to basically write their own tax rules, to write rules restricting consumer protection, and legislators are responsible, but the corporations are responsible to do the right thing as well.
Now, I know a lot of people have kind of criticized the Occupy movement as being really waging class warfare. Do you find that this contributes to that somehow, sort of pitting, the middle class against the wealthy?
I think the way that we think about this is the top 1%, they have a lot of resources, they have a lot of power, they have a lot of influence, and they can do things that are actually going to really benefit everyday Californians. They need to pay their fair share of taxes. They need to stop creating corporate loopholes, again, so they're getting big tax breaks. They need to invest in public education and vital services. And for the banks, they need to reset mortgages to the market rate, so that people can stay in their homes and stabilizing communities and the economy.
So what are you now asking people to do in terms of now taking information and using it in terms of action? What are you asking people to do?
Part of it is getting the information out. One example that's worth thinking about, there's a Homeowner Protection Act, which is going to be heard on the Senate side and the Assembly side over the next week. And legislators, believe me, these same folks that we highlighted in the report, they're knocking at their door, and they actually need to make a decision. Are they going to vote for weak legislation that's going to allow this foreclosure crisis to continue? Are they going to vote for protections that's going to stop people from losing their homes and get rid of irresponsible loans? So call your legislator, ask about what decisions they're making, and challenge them to say, are you actually being influenced by the campaign contributions that you're getting?
Was there anything when you looked at the report or in sort of compiling this report that surprised you even?
I'm not sure if there was anything that surprised us. I mean, these CEOs are really powerful, and we actually did it in a way that's a little bit fun. We created an online contest where people can actually vote for Mr. or Miss 1% of California. We've created a website called thecal1percent.com. We encourage people to go on there and vote. And, we want people to vote, but this is an education issue to shine a light on the behavior of these banks and CEOs and to challenge them to do the right thing to support the community and to get the economy moving again.
Well, we have a copy of your full report at our website, kpbs.org, so people can also go there to learn more about this. David Lagstein, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for the opportunity.